All right, now let's get started. First things first, I realized that my hair is a complete mess, but I just got out of the shower. Also, my face is incredibly red because I just used a face scrub, so I'm looking real good. But hopefully we can fix that and do my favorite smoky eye look. So first things first, we are going to prime the eye, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I've been using this for years and I absolutely love it. Quite frankly, I haven't found anything that I think does a better job than this does. So let's just get that on. I'm trying to be more zoomed in than usual because I'm going to focus primarily on the eye look, so parts of me will be cut out. That is okay. I want you to see what I am doing. Okay, we are primed. Next, I'm going to take this little Makeup Geek quad, which I found at Target. I'm so excited that they're starting to sell Makeup Geek products at Target. I am just beside myself. But anyway, I'm taking Peach Smoothie on a brush, if I can find the one that I want to use, on a Morphe M330 blending brush. And basically what I'm going to do with this color is I'm going to put it all over my lid, from top to bottom, completely covering my lid. And the reason why I am doing that is because I really want to allow for all of the colors that I'm going to be using to blend out nicely. And I find if there's a good base for like a regular lid shade color on there, I just feel like everything blends more effortlessly. So that is why I'm taking that color, which as you can see is not all too far off from my natural skin tone, which is why I picked it. And we're just getting that all over the lid here. All right, next I'm going to be going in with my James Charles palette. And because I don't like actually trying to read the shade names off of the little plasticky sheet that comes in these, I'm just going to point to what I'm using. And basically I'm primarily sticking to this center row right here. I'm going to be gradually working from the lighter shade to this black here. And so first I'm going to go in with this shade right here with the same blending brush that I just used for Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. And I am just going to lightly put this color in the upper crease area of my eye and blend, blend, blend. It's looking real orange on camera, and I don't feel like it looks quite as orangey in person. As you can see, we're being as gradual as possible, really blowing out every color that I'm putting down. I say every color, I've only put down 2 colors so far. But you'll see, as we're putting down more colors, we are blowing them out, making sure they're super blended. Because nothing is worse than having a smoky eye where everything looks choppy and not well blended. All right, next I'm going to go one shade darker, which is this one right here. And I'm going to be switching brushes now to something that is just slightly more tapered. It is the M503 brush from Morphe. As you'll see, the darker that I go in eyeshadow colors here, the smaller or more precise my brushes get, which is, I mean, that's probably not anything new that I'm telling you, but usually the darker the color, the more precise the brush you're gonna want. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat today. In this color, I'm focusing right in that crease. I'm not working as much of it up as I did with the previous color or Peach Smoothie. Just keeping it nice in that crease. Now usually before I move on to the next shade, I like to take whatever brush I was previously using for the lighter shade and go back over to blend where those two colors meet, just to make sure that everything is well blended. All right, next I am going to take this deeper shade of brown, and I'm going to be moving on to an even smaller, more tapered brush. This is the M332 crease brush. As you can see, it's a little more tapered and dense of a pencil brush. I'm going to grab that, and this color in particular, I'm doing just below the crease. So basically, I'm kind of using this as like a lower crease brush, but I'm also kind of blending it down onto the eyelid, and you will see why here in a bit. But just work on that lower crease area. Get it on there. Get it on the lid. Blend it out. I forget how pigmented that particular shade is, and a part of me wishes I hadn't put as much on the brush, but we will work it out. This is going to be smoky. It's going to be blown out. I just typically prefer to put less product on my eye and build it up, as opposed to have to work extra hard to try and blend something out because I put too much down. Okay, I'm going back with the, I'm an itch. Going back with the previous brush again. Where did you go? There you are. And going in between those two colors again in the crease. Making sure they're nice and blended. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear me popping my neck. That was glorious. I did not sleep well last night at all. My 4-year-old barfed in the middle of the night in his bed, which, one thing you're gonna learn about me real quick is I have a vomit phobia in children. Like, I have full-blown ugly cry, complete panic attacks. And it was awful. So I had to try and get him cleaned up, and then after, you know, all of that was said and done, I could not sleep. I couldn't get comfortable. I was having nightmares about it. It was terrible. Okay, I'm going to go in even with that first blending brush, the M330, and further, excuse me, and further blend that out. I'm serious here. We don't want any harsh lines whatsoever. So the majority of this video might be me blending, but I feel like that's what makes or break a good smoky eye. All right, next I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Carbon Black Pencil Liner. And I'm going to be lining, oopsies, I'm going to be lining my lash line, and I'm not going to be neat with this. I am literally getting it on there because I'm going to use this end right here to smoke it out. There's nothing like using a new pencil. I suppose this is new-ish. I've used it once, but oh, I'm so excited to have a fresh, clean blending tip right there. I tell you what, it's the little things, guys. It's the little things. Okay, now that we've got that down, I'm going to take my, oops, it came out. Oh my God, there's a sharpener in there. Oh, this changes life. Look at that. That's an itty bitty, teeny tiny sharpener. I don't know how many of these I have used. I never knew. That is freaking brilliant. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, the only downside is it's hard to take the cap off of this blender right here, but oh my gosh, who would have thought? Just boop, sharpener. I never knew. And I feel like this, actually, I feel like this blender is different than what I'm used to. Maybe they changed their packaging, but this feels really rubbery, and I'm used to something that's like a sponge, like this kind of material, except really dense. Huh. Well, we'll see how it goes, I guess. So it's kind of like I'm using a new product here. Now we're just going to blend that out. Get it nice and smoked along the lash line here. And move that color up into that dark brown. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am not a fan of this. They definitely changed the blending tip, I feel like, because this is not what I'm used to. Usually I'm blended out by now. Ooh, let's not get liner on random parts of my face by accident. But I feel like this is different. So, I mean, the liner itself feels the same, but the smudger does not. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm smudging out that black to blend up into that dark brown, like so. Okay, and once I've done that, I'm going to go in with the black in the James Charles palette, and I'm going to take a, where'd it go? No, really, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to take the Morphe M167. It's just your run-of-the-mill flat shading brush. Excuse me. And I'm going to take some black on there. This is very pigmented. A little goes a long way. I am enjoying it. And I'm going to pat that on top of the liner and work it up into that brown. Now, this is a smoky eye look, so you're going to be seeing here in a second a lot of back and forth between that last dark brown and this black. And basically, I'm trying to build the color while also making sure that everything looks well blended and meshes well. But look at the intensity of that black. That is nuts. Say what you want about the James Charles palette and the staining or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. That black is one of the blackest blacks I have ever used in my entire life. Like, girl is onto something. So, look at that. Okay, so we're looking harsh, right? Okay, I'm going to just flip this brush over and go back in with that second color there, that brown. And I'm going to use the other side of the brush, and I'm going to, again, blend, blend, blend. We're just overlapping these colors until I feel like we are at a point where there's a nice gradient from that light peachy orangey shade down to pure black. You do not have to follow exactly how I'm using these brushes, really. It just depends on how your colors are blending out. See, right now I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush that I used for that brown. It's the M332. And I'm still continuing to blend in that crease area. It just depends on what you're needing in that moment to get the effect that you're wanting. All right, next I'm going to go in with this light shade here with, this is my Mysterious Urban Decay. I think it's Urban Decay. It's just a flat shader brush, and I'm going to highlight the brow bone, which I still need to do my brows, but I'm going to go ahead and highlight them anyway. All right, next I'm going to complete my brows, and to save you the boredom, I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then when I'm back, I'll have brows. All right, now that I have my brows on, I'm just going to go in with the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. Just going to put a light coat on my lashes. I'm not actually a really big fan of this mascara, but because we're doing lashes, I just want to have something on there. So that's typically when I tend to reach for the mascaras that I don't really love. And when I come back, I'll have lashes on. All right, now that I have my lashes on and they are drying, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the makeup to the rest of my face. And then when I come back, we will work on the lower lash line. All right, I have my foundation, concealer on, I contoured, and now I am baking. And now I'm gonna go in and finish that lower lash line. So first what I'm going to do is I am going to take that Morphe M503 brush, and I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to take kind of a combination of these two colors and smoke out that bottom lash line. I like to look down into my mirror to do this. So let's see, what would be easier for you to see? Now this is where I make all of those really attractive faces. I tilt my head down to the mirror, but my eyes look up, so I look real good. I'm just kind of rounding out that outer color there, because as you can see, the color that we're putting underneath here is meeting that initial layer of color that we put down on our upper lid to make just kind of like a nice halo effect. I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. eyeliner brush. Honestly, it's just the only flat brush that I have like this. And I'm going to take a combination of these two colors here and line my lower lash line really close to the lashes with this. And it seems to me as though I have baking powder, or powder that I use to bake, all over my hands. So you get to enjoy looking at that. I'm going to go back in with that brush that I used initially to put down the color under my eyelid here, and I'm just going to blend. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara to my lower lashes. Where's that mascara go that I used? Now that I have that on, I'm going to go back in with this corner shade right here in that same brush that I used to highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and brush away my baking. For highlight, I'm going to use the Anastasia Glow Kit. And I think the color that I'm going to use today is Butterscotch. I will be applying that with a Morphe M510 fluffy brush. And I'm going to apply that to all of the typical areas that you would apply a highlight. So cheekbones, Cupid's bow, nose, and chin. I even do a little bit on the forehead. Next, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Matte Daringly Nude Lipstick and apply that. There you have it, everyone. This is my go-to Smokey Eye. This is my absolute favorite Smokey Eye to do. It's not typically one that I wear during the daytime at work, but You know, I'll wear it on the weekends during the day because I don't care, and I would probably wear this more so out at night. I don't really pay attention to when I do my own makeup, like for the occasion, I guess. But I know I do this more on the weekends than I do during the day or during the week, just for work-wise. But it's very dramatic. It is dark. It is all things just warm and snuggly and cozy. So I love it for fall and winter. But I would do this look any time of year. I do this look any time of year. So I hope that you were able to follow along okay. I know that there's a lot of steps in regards to, you know, the blending, the going back and forth between brushes and colors. But honestly, whenever you have a dramatic eye look like something like this, you kind of have to have a lot of steps because you want it to be blended out. You don't want to have any harsh lines or anything like that. So might be labor intensive, but I like to think of it as labor of love. That was cheesy. So that's how I know it's time for me to be done, is when I say shit like that. Or I can't talk because I've talked your ear off for now what feels like probably 5 hours for you. So thanks for sticking around and watching this tutorial on my favorite smoky eye look. Please like this video and please subscribe. That way, you know, you can be notified when I bring out a new video, which has been incredibly inconsistent. I've actually filmed some other videos, but for some reason, like this last one that I did, it was kind of like a cotton candy eye look. It was when I first got the James Charles palette, and I don't know why, I just wasn't feeling it. It didn't feel like me. I was trying to like branch outside my comfort zone and use colors that I wouldn't typically reach for, and it looked like frickin' cotton candy on my face, which, I mean, hey, I did what I was set out to do, which was to use colors and combinations that I wouldn't typically use, but that's probably why I hate it. So if you want to see that video, comment below and let me know. I haven't trashed it or anything, so I mean, if enough people say that they want to see it, then I'll post it. But yeah, make sure that you subscribe and like this video and click the notification bell so that you know when I've got new videos coming at ya. And until next time, thank you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.